Hello everybody. I've really not chatted to the camera in a while and I am going out for dinner, so I thought I would just like chat because I wanted to like have a chat anyway, because it is one day until the end of the year. It's the 30th of December. And obviously, like, I've been doing a bit of reflecting. Also, I have not worn this bodysuit since 2020 and I'm just not sure how I feel about it, so I'm probably going to change after doing makeup. But for now, like, I'm leaving in an hour, so I was like, I need to start doing my makeup. I thought I could just have a chit chat with you because I feel like chatting while I'm doing my makeup is like better than me just like staring at you and chatting to you. I don't know, maybe it's like a bit more interesting for people to watch, or maybe it's just not interesting at all. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and has a good New Year, because this will probably be posted after the New Year. And do I want to use this? I need to wash my makeup brushes so bad. The fact that I cannot remember the last time I washed them is a huge cause for concern. Also, the fact that the New Year starts on a Monday is making me so happy. But also, New Year's overrated, and like, you can make changes anytime. It doesn't have to be the New Year. It's just kind of crazy, like another year gone. I do think that, do I want to put foundation on? Yes. I do think 2023 has been one of the happier years, which is something I'm very grateful for. Yeah, even it just shows that like life is just full of up and downs, and like even though I had one of the worst depressive episodes I have had in a long time in September, it doesn't take away from the fact that 2023 has still been a good year. There was so many good moments amongst the horrificness. So yeah, and like obviously I was just looking through my camera roll, like you just forget all the things, you know, a year is a long time and you forget all the things you do. And I just feel like this year of like just done so much that literally little me would have dreamed of, but not in the sense of like I've walked a red carpet or like I went to Spain. Like I didn't do either of those things, but like the little things, like letting people cook dinner for me, kind of really venturing into food freedom. You just never know at the beginning of a year. You never know what's around the corner. This applies to any time of the year, not just the New Year, but like, you know, if genuinely you would have told me at the start of last year, like the start of this year, some of this stuff that happened to me this year, I'd be like, what? Like I went to Venice, just like the amount of wholesome moments, you know, the people I've met, it's just like, it's crazy. I've learned so much about myself this year. I have connected with myself in new ways. I've spent a lot of time alone, just exploring who I am, and almost growing into myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, so like I don't really make New Year's resolutions. I just think, I don't know, I think they're a bit gimmicky. But I write a letter to myself every year. Well, I've done this for the past like 4 years. I think I started like, maybe not 4 years, 3 years? I'm not sure. But I basically write a letter to myself on the 31st / the 1st, and I kind of just do a bit of reflecting on the year that's just gone, like, you know, like my proudest moments, like some bad times. and then I kind of write my hopes for the future. I don't know, I just really like it because it really like puts you back. When I read it, like I'm gonna read mine tomorrow, and when I read it, it will put me back in the mindset of like the start of this year, and it makes you remember how you felt, like what was going on through your head. Yeah, I'm quite literally bald. Yeah, but I'm feeling very grateful. I'm very blessed. I need to buy new reefer. I went to see my cousins, 2 of which have children now. I hadn't met the newborn, who is 4 months old, and I was reading this little baby a book, and I started tearing up because I don't know, I'm having a lot of those moments where it makes me cry because I'm just like, I am so glad that I stayed on this earth to like meet my cousin's children. And yeah, it sounds weird, but people will know if they suffer from depression and suicidal ideation and suicidal thoughts that there are points where you really don't believe that you're going to be alive for much longer. So to kind of be surrounded by my whole family holding this little wondrous child, I was really like, wow, like this is why I stayed, to experience things like this. I've been really on my motivational TikTok, podcast, whatever grind, as I usually am, and just like, life is all about the little things, just the little tiny thing, like it's those that add up. But it is also very overwhelming. Because I am someone that feels so deeply. It's a blessing and a curse, because it is amazing to feel so deeply and feel so emotional about things. But it's also, I get overwhelmed very easily. And yeah, I think I've just been feeling quite a lot of overwhelm because like I'm almost like overcome with like contentness, and it's weird. And again, my brain is just like, this isn't what we do, like what's happening? And it's confused. And this is when it's so important to live in the moment. Everything passes, even the good moments. So that's why you just have to savor it and enjoy it while it lasts. I have no idea if I'm making any sense right now. And I hope you guys are all looking forward to the new year. It is a good chance to like reset, start fresh. It can be good to set some goals, but don't feel pressurized. I also actually was thinking earlier, because I'm going for dinner and then I'm going to the pub, which is crazy for me, like 2 plans in one night. Not like, my hands look quite red. I don't think they are. And I was thinking that like, because I was like, oh, maybe, because my friend was kind of like, oh, I'm not feeling that great, like I don't know if I want to go for food, and I was like pushing it, which is like, not pushing it, but I was like, oh, it'd be nice, like, obviously like we didn't have to go, but usually if someone was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do it, I'll be like, yeah, sure, let's not do it, because I hate people and I hate everyone. No, my brain is like, yeah, okay, it's fine, it's a sign to stay inside. So then I was like, oh, maybe like I shouldn't be doing this, like maybe I should be having like a nice chill night or whatever. But I think because, thank goodness, because I'm feeling, not as depressed as I have been, and I'm feeling pretty stable, it's almost, I don't know, it's sad, because it's almost like a rush to like fit in everything you can do while you have energy. And like, I think I've talked a bit about this before, yeah, that it's just kind of like, okay, let's do as much as possible as we can now, because we feel like we can, because I think I know that this isn't gonna last forever. But kind of, I don't know, not in a sad way, more in just like, I think a realistic way, that like I know I have struggled with depression for 4 years. I know that it comes in waves, and I know that next week, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, I potentially will go through another rough patch and I will struggle to get out of bed and I will struggle to do anything. So that's okay. Like, I've made peace with the fact that that is my brain. It kind of means that I almost feel a bit of pressure when I'm feeling good, because I'm like, wow, we need to like make the most of it now. Yeah, so I'm trying to just kind of, again, live in the moment and like not predict bad things, but just, if I feel like I have the energy now to go to dinner and go to drinks, then that's what I'm gonna do. This also might seem so weird to people that don't struggle with mental illness, because it's like, babes, it's literally dinner and the pub down the road, like, get a grip. It's not flying to the USA. As we know, mental illness makes the most normal tasks impossible. I also really want to, there is this absolutely heartbreaking quote that quite frankly destroys my soul every time I read it, and I read it quite often, so, but I might insert it here. And I want to like pin it to my Instagram, to be honest, because it is the most real thing I've ever read. Like, sometimes words are just so powerful, and there's like one line that basically is talking about so hard to feign normalcy, to like go to the shops, to book doctor's appointments, to see your friends, to go to class, when every bit of your energy is being exerted on trying not to kill yourself. And that's a lot. I know that's a lot, and it's like heartbreaking, but I've never related to something more. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my nose ring. And like, when I'm going through a period like that, whoa, glittery. Yeah, when I'm going through a period like that, it's like I want to like scream that to everybody, because I'm literally like, can I remember like in September and October when my like tutors are being like, you need to be doing this and you should be reading and you should, you know, be like taking notes on this and working when you get home. Like, I wanted to scream at them and be like, I am genuinely trying to make it to dinner and not die before I get to dinner, and you're asking me to read 70 pages. Like, our priorities are quite different. I like wave thingied my hair again. I don't know why I keep doing it, because I'm just like not sure I like it. Yeah, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but yeah, it's then I think you appreciate it so much more when you're out of the depressive episode, and it doesn't take as much effort to do the little things, and you almost forget how bad it was. Do I want to wear this? I just wanted to come and chat to you guys and do a bit of reflecting. If the only thing you did this year was make it out alive, then well done. Like, genuinely well done, because you've made it through all of the hardest days of your life because you're still here. So it can be quite overwhelming seeing everyone's yearly recaps and what they've done and their goals and their achievements. Like, everyone's circumstance is different. Everyone is walking a different path in this life, and some years are healing years, and that's okay. So if that is all, you know, then this is me congratulating you because you did make it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put this anywhere because I don't really know if I said anything. I think I said a lot without saying anything in specific. Yeah, I'm just grateful, and I'm also grateful that this was the year that I decided to finally follow my heart and start this channel, because if I literally help one person feel less alone, then I'm happy. And also, I just love doing this. I love chatting away. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm back. I'm just gonna do like another little part to this video. I just basically read my letter to myself from last year and just wrote the one for this year, and I'm just feeling very reflectful. Don't think that's a word in the slightest. I literally wrote in the one from last year, I'm going to be kinder to myself and learn who I am when I'm not sad or anxious. And that has been like, that's what I've said in so many of my videos, that this has been the year of finding out who I am when I'm not sad or anxious, and I do feel like I am really accomplishing that, and I truly am so blessed. Just like, I have so many people around me who make me the happiest person, and that is something I'm so grateful for. And even when I was writing it, I was just like, because I kind of do like the highlights and the lowlights, and even when I was writing the lowlights, I was like, there actually wasn't that many. Like, obviously the obvious depressive episode, but like 2023 has been one of the happier years, which is scary to say because my brain is now like, oh, it's gonna get bad again. But to try and enjoy it and not self-sabotage, because yeah, it has been one of the more peaceful years for me, which has been incredible after quite like a turbulent childhood. You know, my heart is feeling pretty full, and that is really nice. And even because obviously I was looking back through my camera roll to like jog my memory, and obviously I was writing about the depressive episode, and it's a lot easier to reflect on a depressive episode when you're no longer in the depressive episode. And yeah, it's just like, now looking back, I'm just like, wow, like, I'm very proud of myself for getting through that, because there was some just really dark days. I literally found a Snapchat that I sent to my friend, and I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep at 9 PM because I just can't stand being awake and alive anymore. And that happened quite a lot. Like, I would literally just go to bed at like 8:30 because I didn't want to be alive, and like I would lie there and I would literally like hope I didn't wake up, and that's really scary to feel that way. And you know, like, I may feel that way again. Unfortunately, that's how depression works. But your brain will tell you that you will never feel happiness again, and that, yeah, there is nothing to wake up for and there is no life for you. But there is, you know, this, God, I just spilled my coffee everywhere. This is me, you know, what, like 3 weeks after feeling like this, maybe a bit longer than that, but like, and I am feeling joy, and I am feeling real happiness at things. Your brain is such a powerful thing, and it's terrifying how powerful it can be, but you know, it's like forming that fight within you to be able to tell yourself and to be able to know that you don't have to believe everything you think and your demons are lying to you. That's why often I will write down when I'm feeling good, and I will literally, when I'm feeling good, I will write down, Evie, they're lying, you will feel happy again after this. So, but it's so much easier said than done, because like, yeah, when I was looking at photos from like September and October, like, I was just so desperate, because I was just like, how can your brain make you think like this? And I was talking to my friend the other day about it, and like, it's so hard to describe to people, but like I didn't have the energy to speak. Like, it's like I had no words. I remember I would just be in the kitchen and my flatmates would be talking to me and I had like nothing to give them, because it was so energy depleting to like say a sentence, which is just crazy, and like a lot of people probably won't understand what that's like. And I'm just like, I don't know, depression, exhaustion is so real. I don't know, depression is so weird. I just wish, I wish like people that don't struggle with depression, not that I would wish this on them, but if they could live a day in the life of someone who's in a depressive episode, I just think it would be so important, because it's so hard to convey to people, because it's such like, it doesn't make sense to me, so it's like, how can I try and make it make sense to other people? Yeah, it feels like you're lying. Like, it just feels like you're being a fraud, because it just sounds so stupid. Like, oh, I don't have the energy to talk. It's like, what? But like, that's what your brain does. So yeah, it's just weird thinking back now, because like, yeah, I was really not okay, and I'm very proud of myself that I made it here, because I honestly, like, I didn't know if I was gonna. And also, even to make it here and just feel better than I did is incredible, you know? Like, I have had a really nice couple weeks, which is something I'm so grateful for. So yeah, it's just some of my reflections going into the new year. But that's all I have to say. I just like wanted to, I don't know, round it off. Yeah, and we'll see what the new year brings.